Hello and welcome to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix here in Imola. It's the first European race of the season. It's the first sprint race of the season as well. And Ferrari have come out the blocks very fast indeed, with breaking news this morning that Carlos Sainz has signed a 2-year contract extension and will be cemented firmly within the Ferrari family until the end of 2024. Lawrence Barretto, it's a simple question. Why Carlos Sainz? Why have Ferrari stuck with that driver?
Well, they've been keen on him really since they signed him up last year. He's worked so well with Charles Leclerc throughout the campaign. They've worked really well together as a partnership. And fundamentally, he's quick. You know, last year he scored in every race bar 2. He got 4 podiums. He had that run of performance towards the end of the year where he finished on the podium in Abu Dhabi. Most people forgot about that because of the Lewis-Max battle.
No.
But that was on pure performance. And they looked at the cold, hard data. They saw he was quick, and he's delivered this year with a car that we think could challenge for the World Championship. Looking at the rest of the driver market, he was the best available. And so they wanted to sign him up to kind of ward off interest from other, careful there, to ward off interest from other teams.
The perils of working in a paddock on a Thursday. Charles Leclerc leading the driver's standings, Ferrari leading the constructor's standings. It's all looking so good. Carlos Sainz, though, coming off the back of what was a poor race in Australia by his own very, very high standards. What will he be looking now to achieve over the next 2 years?
Well, I think you can take a lot of confidence in the fact that it was Ferrari who came to him and said, we want to sign you up for a fresh deal. And they offered him a multi-year deal. You don't get many of those these days for a driver who's, you know, in an earlier stage of his career. So for him to get 2 years, to get that stability, I think it's great. What he needs to now do is, after 143 Grand Prix, he needs to get a win under his belt. He needs to keep delivering in the way that he has done this year. Australia aside, second in the first race, third in the second. He needs to keep doing that. He's been super close to Charles. Things just haven't quite gone in his favour. But we saw last year when he got come to with the car, he was the stronger of the two in the back end of the year. Ferrari will have seen that, and they'll want that performance coming through this year.
What does it mean for the team as well in terms of continuity, stability, especially as they're building on this championship campaign they're on now?
I think it's hugely important. Ferrari have been waiting nearly a decade more to challenge for the World Championship. They finally got a car that can deliver, so they need 2 drivers operating at a high level and getting on well together. You don't want them to start infighting, and at the moment, even this year, we haven't really seen that starting. They've just got a lot of respect for each other. What they need now is for them to be getting all these big results consistently while the teams like Red Bull are struggling, like Mercedes are struggling. Internally, they love him. I think that's what's important. He gets so well with his engineers. The senior management really respect the job that he's doing. The feedback he's given has been crucial to the development of the car, and that will be crucial as we have got this development race developing this year. So all of these factors are joining up. So now they can not worry about contracts. They've got both drivers now till the end of 2024. All they need to worry about now is making that car go faster.
And let's talk about the wider repercussions for the driver market as a whole. A lot of people this morning mentioning Mick Schumacher's name, obviously, as a driver within that Ferrari driver academy.
Yeah, Ferrari have got a lot of time for Mick Schumacher, and I think in an ideal world they will at some point bring him up to the works team, but that time isn't just yet. At the moment, they've got Charles, they've got Carlos, and they both show that they can probably be winning races and competing for the championship at a stage of the career where they've got a car to do so. Mick isn't quite at that level yet. They've got plenty of time with him. So keeping Carlos for the next 2 years, they can reassess 2023, 2024 for 25 and beyond, where they bring Mick through. Their main rivals have not got their lineup set. Ferrari now are in a very strong position.
They're in a very strong position on home soil as well. It's going to be a cracker this weekend.